Are you planning to build your own home, office, a shopping complex, a hospital, or even any building cluster? Then this video is a must watch for you. Hello, I am Nishant Narayanan. I am a designer by profession. I am also a grandmaster of Vastu and numerology. I deal with clients from across the globe, from Europe to Africa to Asia to the Middle East. In my capacity as a Vastu consultant, I would like to enlighten you with this video the relevance of this ancient architectural science in modern architecture. With the help of this video, I am going to share with you the 9 most important factors you need to consider while planning, designing and constructing your property. These 9 steps, if applied to the building, will give unbelievable positive results to the owner and the inhabitants. The owner is bound to benefit from immense wealth, health, prosperity and happiness. After doing research for more than 15 years and analyzing nearly 160 plans, I have reached the conclusion that it's very important to follow certain steps before you construct your next property. The foundation of this video is the 6,000-year-old ancient architectural science called Vastu Shastra. This is a very effective science and a powerful science, the principle of which, if applied to your building, will give you guaranteed positive results. I am now going to share with you different stages of how you can plan a proper Vastu based building. For example, let's take a small 1-bedroom house plan, because it's easy for me to explain a smaller plan in this limited time. As a first step, let's look at the plot where you're going to build this 1-bedroom home. Some Vastu consultants insist that you need to have a particular shape of a plot to get maximum positive result. Well, this is not 100% true. I can prove you that. Regardless of the size and shape of a plot, we can find a Vastu perfect plot within that given plot. So without wasting much time, let's dive straight into the plot. Let's go step by step. The first step is to survey the existing plot to get the exact dimension. To get the exact dimension, you can apply latest land surveying techniques like total station. It not only gives you the dimension like length, breadth, etc. It also gives you the angles, the cuts, the curves within the plot. So it's very crucial to get the actual survey done on that given plot. When they do the survey, we also need the exact directions of the plot like north, south, east and west. If the direction goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Talking about the importance of considering directions, you have to note a very important point. A plan that has been plotted for a particular site cannot be aligned on another site. This is because the direction of the plot is of utmost importance in Vastu based planning. A slight shift in the direction causes drastic changes in the Vastu of the building. Once again, I would like to stress that this is a very crucial point in the application of Vastu. Now I am going to show you a plan of the site which was accurately surveyed and plotted. You can see that it's an irregularly shaped site. Now let's start the process. Now focus your attention on the screen very carefully. Now we have a total station plan with all the details marked as discussed earlier. The next step is to identify the area for constructing the building within that plot. In short, we need to create a Vastu perfect plot within that given plot. Please look at the example on the screen. Here you can see a road on the northern side of the site. It's an irregularly shaped plot, one side being slightly longer than the other side. Now let's see how to identify a proper rectangular area within this plot using Vastu calculations. This will help you to overcome the irregularities of the shape of the plot. This is achieved by calculating the perimeter of the desired building and the available rectangular area on which it's going to be erected. Calculation of the perimeter is of utmost importance in Vastu-based planning. The value of the perimeter is very crucial in defining various factors of the building. If you calculate the perimeter wrong, that's it. You're going to get a very negative space. If it goes wrong, everything else goes wrong. So be very careful while calculating the perimeter. Hope you're enjoying this video. It's going to be a little long video because I want to explain you the real basics of Vastu Shastra. Now let me dive into the 9 factors which are the basis of the perimeter calculations. The first one is the origin, or in Vastu it's called Yoni. The second one is the income. It's called Aya in Vastu. The third one is the expenditure, which is Vyaya. The fourth one is the Nakshatra or star. Fifth is the age. Sixth is the phase of the moon. Seventh is the stability or Dhruva. Eighth we consider as month or Rashi. Ninth is day of the week. Now don't get confused. I know it's little confusing, but when we go further into the video, I'm going to explain everything in detail. Anyway, let me take age as an example for you to explain how it works. Let me try to explain how that's calculated for a building. So while calculating the perimeter, age, which is one of the factors, has got 5 stages, namely childhood, adolescence, youth, old age, and finally death. These different stages are determined by the size of the building and its perimeter. For human beings, age is a progressive process, but for a building, the age is fixed. This is achieved in the planning stage itself. So normally, while calculating the perimeter of a building, you can calculate based on childhood, adolescence, or youth. But make sure the calculations are not in the death perimeter, which will bring disaster to that property. Now, while calculating the perimeter, we also take into consideration the birth data of the client. Now, what is meant by birth data? Date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, etc. of the client or the owner of the building. Now, let's go back to the perimeter. The perimeter calculation of the age is applied not only to the total building, but also to individual rooms inside the building. That means if it's a house, bedrooms, dining room, toilets, kitchen, everything is calculated based on that. Every minute details like the size of your bed to the cupboard to other furnitures are also calculated based on this perimeter. So you know how deep the actual Vastu Shastra is. Further additions or changes in the size of the building will change the age calculation which has been fixed at the initial stage of the planning process. Now this is a very critical point. You might have heard people saying that when I added one extra room in my house, things started falling apart for me. Things started going haywire. Or they might have altered the size during renovation stage, and this is the biggest mistake people are doing nowadays. Alteration of an existing building should be done again by calculating the perimeter so that age is fixed. Now out of 9, we took age as an example. I am sure you want to know more. So let me take 2 more examples. Let's take the income and the expenditure. I am sure you all want to know how the income and expenditure are calculated. How can we achieve proper money flow through Vastu Shastra? While calculating the perimeter, we make sure that the income of a household should always be greater than the expenditure. Around 80% of the population complain that I cannot meet my expenses. These 3 examples what we discussed now out of the 9 throw some light on how important perimeter calculations are to get optimum result in Vastu. All the 9 factors relating to the calculation of the perimeter should be calculated and incorporated in the plan for obtaining best result. Now let's go back to the site. The rectangular area with a suitable perimeter should be demarcated first. This demarked space within the given site is called a Vastu Mandala, as you can see in this visual. From now on, this demarked space, which we call Vastu Mandala, is considered as the plot for you to build your building. That's why I initially stressed that irregular shape of your plot is not going to affect you at all, because you're going to find a proper perfect shape within that plot to build. So why worry? The next stage after determining the Vastu Mandala is to find an appropriate area to build your building, which is called Griha Mandala. This area comes within the rectangle area, as you can see in the visual. Now don't get confused. The outermost irregular shape is the plot what we have. Within that plot, we found a proper rectangle area with proper perimeter, which we call the Vastu Mandala, which we considered as our plot now. Within that, we are finding another plot area where you are going to build. Utmost care need to be taken while planning these 2 zones, because this is the basics of Vastu Shastra. This is the basic of your future. This is the basic of your happiness, health, wealth and prosperity. Look, when you draw a rectangle or a square, when you cross, you're going to get a center point, right? And that's called Nabhi. That means Vastu Mandala has got a center point and Griha Mandala has got another center point. The center point of Vastu Mandala is called Brahmanabhi, and the center point of Griha Mandala is called Grihanabhi. Next stage is again one of the most critical stages. These 2 center points, that means the center point of Vastu Mandala and the center point of the Griha Mandala, it should not come above one another. Hope I am clear. The center points of these 2 mandalas should never come one above the other. And I have seen in many houses, both are actually coming one above the other. Maybe by mistake, or maybe someone has advised them in a wrong way, or the fate. Now what happens if this comes one above the other? You're bound to get accidents in that house or that building. Major tragedies might happen, fire, robbery and whole lot of other negative things. So please be very careful. Now with all due respect to all the Vastu consultants and the people who follow Vastu, let me make one thing very clear. A lot of people advise that having kitchen in the right position, or having a bedroom in the correct position, or the toilet in the correct position, you will have a proper Vastu perfect home. Sorry, that's not how it is built. First we had to incorporate all what we have discussed. Then we go to the planning stage of the house. There, yes, we talk about the position of the kitchen, bedrooms, toilets. Vastu governs all types of constructions, be it your home, commercial space, an office tower, a shopping complex, a hospital. The principles applied are the same regardless of what's being built. Please look at the graphics again on the screen. Let's come back to Vastu Mandala. After determining the Vastu Mandala and Griha Mandala, we go on to the next stage, that is detecting the marma points or the pulse points inside the plot. Like the human body, every site has pulse points which are referred as marma. There are 36 marma points and 4 mahamarma points. Now here comes the most important aspect. You should never construct a pillar or build a wall above these marma points. That is, you should always avoid these points while building the structure. Can you see that on the visual? None of the walls or pillars are coming on marma points. Other important factors that has to be considered while constructing your house is the positioning of various rooms like bedrooms, kitchen, toilets, dining area, children's study area, storage, underground water tank, septic tank, overhead water tank, etc. While saying this, I just remembered something. Underground water tank has got a different function than an overhead water tank. Normally, I've seen in many houses, both are kept on the same zone. People think that northeast is good for overhead water tank, which is wrong. Now let's take bedroom as an example. If your master bedroom comes in a negative zone or a waste zone, you're always bound to have relationship issues, fights, lack of love, lack of understanding in that house. The position of each rooms are also very important. But after considering all the other aspects, then we come into the positioning of rooms, as I said earlier. Similarly, if your sewage tank is located in a wrong zone, the inhabitants will have major health diseases. These examples show the relevance of positioning each room or space meant for a particular activity in that zone that's appropriate for it. However, appropriate positioning of the rooms alone does not contribute to a Vastu perfect home. It's a combination of multiple factors. It starts from the planning stage of the building to the positioning of each room in a particular zone and goes on at every stage of construction right up to the usage of appropriate colors in each zone. If you observe the tenets of Vastu at every stage of the building process, you will undoubtedly be the owner of a house which is 90% accurate according to Vastu principles. Let's not say 100% because I strongly believe that only God can give you 100% accuracy on anything. Before concluding the video, let's look at the colors. Colors are defined based on air, water, space, fire and earth, which are the basis of Vastu Shastra. Let's take north as an example. North zone is considered as water element. That means north to northeast to northeast, you should have blue color. Now blue means you can take any spectrum in that color zone, lightest of the lightest blue to dark blue. Utmost care should be taken while using colors. You should not use anti-colors also on each zones. Now if you ask me, Nishant, we don't want to use any colors in the house. Can you suggest a very general color which I can use all over? Yes, light cream is one color which you can use all over if you don't want to use any particular color in a particular zone. I have decided to make this video and give out so much information, so much detailed information on Vastu Shastra is purely because of so much misinformation spreading about this powerful science. Many of them are either half-baked truths or completely wrong. I conduct Vastu seminars and classes across the globe. During discussions on Vastu Shastra at various forums, I have heard hundreds of complaints. And it really pains you because people say, sometimes they come and say, Nishant, we applied Vastu in our house, nothing changed for us. Or someone suggested to do this, nothing changed. In fact, it went from bad to worse. So it's very sad to hear such comments about Vastu Shastra. So guys, don't blame Vastu Shastra for someone's wrong planning. It lies in the way the pyramid is calculated along with the zoning and planning of different rooms and implementing it with accuracy during construction. And this is very important. Implementing the Vastu plan during construction. You need to be very clear on that aspect as well. So if you're building a house based on Vastu, you must get at least 90% accurate Vastu perfect home. The problem lies in how you apply this powerful science and how accurately you know how to apply it. The calculations are different depending on the birth data of the owner, the size of the building, the function of that building. Function means if it's a hospital, the function is different. House, the function is different. For shopping malls, the function is different. So the calculations are based on the function, the birth data and the size. The reason why I want to promote Vastu Shastra across the globe purely because I believe you have the right to have wealth and prosperity. You are spending your lifetime savings building your dream home. Think twice It's a one-time investment, and it's not just for you, but for your family and for the future generation. So please invest wisely. You, your architect, your consultant, your engineer, your contractor, and a whole lot of other people. So to get accurate Vastu based plan or Vastu based building, all of you need to be on the same page. So thank you very much. If you need any further clarification on this particular video, do let me know. I would like to address all your queries as soon as possible. As I requested you earlier, please be with me to spread the awareness of Vastu across the globe. Let everyone benefit out of it. So thank you very much. See you soon. Have a great life ahead. Thank you.